Hey, what's going on? My name is Jelena from JelenaOstrovska.com, and in this video, I'm going to share with you how you can implement a compelling storytelling into your business, okay? And how to really, learn storytelling because, a lot of the times people kind of get stuck, including myself. I'll tell you what up front, I'm not like, the expert at storytelling, but I do know a couple of things. And here's what I want to tell you up front. So if you are in network marketing or any kind of business, your goal is not to just sell some products or to pitch people. You're not in a sales job, right? Your goal is to deliver value and to share stories, because look around. If you look at different leaders from the industry, if you look at different like people that are successful, even at those that are speaking on stages right now, what do? They all share stories. They share their own stories, they share other people's stories. And why is it really that powerful? Because people relate to stories rather than to numbers or some like income statements or whatever. No one's gonna remember that kind of stuff. But if somebody tells you, a powerful story, you're gonna remember that for years to come. So stories definitely stick in people's minds. Okay. So the very first thing is you have to, in terms of storytelling, so how do you really get better at it? Which is number one, you have to understand your customers or your prospects' needs and then tap into their pains. Okay, so if you have if you have a weight loss product, if you have like some kind of weight loss shake or any kind of product like in the health and wellness industry, then your target market problem or the needs might be to lose weight. So weight loss, a really popular industry. So what kind of story can you share with them that's going to kind of pre-sell your product? So maybe it's not your own story, doesn't have to be. It can be somebody else's story, your upline, your sideline, your crossline, whoever, right? Whoever in your company who has got some results, who had the exact same problem. Let's say he lost 50 pounds in like 2 months. I don't know the numbers, but just to give you an example. So share somebody else's story, because that story might impact somebody that you're trying to reach out to. Okay, so compelling story, like identify their needs, find out what's the problem and how you can help them solve that problem, how you can actually show them that if somebody else could do that, they can do that too. Okay, so people do relate to stories, because if you just share a post on social media that, hey, I got an awesome weight loss shake to help you lose 50 pounds, it's not even attractive. Like, people will not remember that. But if you share a story of somebody who was able to overcome like all kinds of obstacles and challenges and was able to lose like 50 pounds in like 3-4 months or whatever, and they were able to do that like through the story, people are going to be like, it's going to be like into their head. Okay, they're going to be like, oh, like he was able to lose 50 pounds, I need to lose 50 pounds as well. And they're going to be like, gosh, like and they are going to kind of stick to that story, and then they're going to be able to go back to you and ask like, hey, I want to check out your product. So pretty powerful concept. Okay, so number two, make sure you get clear on what you stand for. So what are you all about? What is your story? For me, and it may be, like what do I stand for, is my goal is to share with millennials that, especially like high school graduates or even like with university people, that with university students, is that there's a better way. Okay, so I'm gonna say that I'm not completely against universities, but I'll tell you what, like if you don't want to become a doctor or a lawyer, you don't need to go to university. So, and I kind of want to bring that awareness that if I were able to do that, and if I were able to kind of skip college and skip that university type of thing and dive into the business side, then almost any high school graduate is able to do that, as long as they have the motivation, as long as they have the drive and that hunger to keep going when things get tough, then I can show them the way. Okay, so that's kind of what I stand for. Again, I'm not completely against university, but I'm just saying that it's not really a necessity these days. Like if you look at all the successful people, not all of them have a degree. Steve Jobs, Richard Branson, not sure about Tony Robbins, but like, who knows, maybe he doesn't even have a degree either. So again, like, a lot of successful people, they do not have a degree. So it's not really like kind of like something to show for or something to brag about, like, hey, I have a degree, I have like 4, 3, 5 degrees. It's like I have 0 And I mean, I cannot complain about that. So that's kind of like my, like what I stand for. So what are you going to be standing for? So what is it that you are kind of rooting for? Okay, maybe no for colleges or something like that. So figure that out. Okay, so this is going to help you big time, like what you are all about. Okay, number 3, this is the big one. Have a personality. Like, stop being boring, because I'll tell you what, when you share stories and when you don't have like some kind of personality, some kind of like energy to share some stuff with, then people are just not gonna be listening to you. Okay, so I mean, I have like my personality, the fact that I like English is not my first language, and I was kind of like a little bit I wasn't really proud of it, but this is my personality, okay? If I forget something, if I mess up with my videos, like even with this video, whatever, right? So that is my personality, so people like to listen to my videos, like based on what I've heard so far. So have that personality, because if you don't, if you're just trying to blend in, I heard a good quote which said, if you try to kind of blend in or fit in, like in Tetris, you're actually going to disappear. So like this may sound funny, but it's actually not. So if you treat kind of yourself as a little piece of Tetris, then do not fit in. Like, stand out from everyone else with your own personality. Okay. So number 4, make sure that you follow kind of a fairy tale. Okay. So you have some kind of introduction, right? That's what I learned in school. Have some kind of introduction that here's where I was, here's kind of like my background. Then what happened? What kind of solution did you find? A little body copy, and then like the breakthrough, and the kind of like not the finish of the story, not the the ending of the story, but something similar to that. Just follow the outline of a fairy tale. It's going to help you as well. Okay, so I know it did for me, because that's kind of like one of the things that I did learn at school, and that's kind of like helping me out a little bit with a little bit of storytelling, a little bit of like writing as well, in terms of blog posts and stuff like that. So at number 5, make sure you just keep practicing with the storytelling, because the more you do that, the better you're gonna get. And also kind of like identify what are other different kinds of stories that you can share, because again, the more stories you share, the more money you're gonna make. Okay, because people do relate to stories, and there are different kinds of stories. Like, the one that is really popular one is from zero to hero kind of stuff, like like the hero journey or something along those lines. I mean, this is like one of the most popular ones, and I'll tell you what, I personally have not heard about a lot of different ones, but I know that there's more. I mean, there's a lot more to storytelling. So definitely learn this, implement that, and keep practicing. Like, the more you do that, the better you're gonna get. So here you go. Here are my 5 tips for compelling storytelling to help you grow your home business. So I hope you got some value from this video. If you did, like it, comment below your thoughts, share this with anyone that you think this might be of value, maybe with some of your teammates, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like that. And if you're looking for more future trainings and videos and tips and strategies on building your home business, then head on over to my blog at jelenastrovska.com. Click on the sidebar banner over there, enter your name and email information, and you'll be added to my newsletter. And as well, you'll receive a free ebook as a bonus. And I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.